everybody. Welcome to the Kimberly Cloud Show. I'm your host, Kimberly Cloud. And today we are going to be interviewing a special guest. Can you go ahead and announce to the world who you are and where you're calling from?
Of course. Hi, Kimberly. Thank you so much for the opportunity. Hi, everyone. I'm Eva A. Morningstar, and I'm a dark fiction author. I'm a survival, and we have a lot to talk about.
Great. And can you tell me about your past extensively leading up into your present as much as you can? And if I cut you off, it's because I have a question.
Okay, no problem. Well, it's a very long story, but I will try to make it, as short and as good as possible. So basically, start from the beginning. I'm an immigrant. We immigrated to Europe. Actually, we immigrated to Europe. I have Slavic roots. I was born in Belarus. In case nobody knows, it's a country next to Poland, Russia, Bulgaria, are like all of those Slavic countries. So what happened is I was always in sort of survival mode. I was trying to get my money. I was trying to do what I can. We didn't come from a rich family or a middle class family. So money was kind of always my goal and just getting my life, way better than it is. So that was a big thing. But I was working and I was just doing, a soul sucking job that I absolutely had no interest of doing, but I was doing because of the cash flow. But then, COVID hit and everything changed. I saw people get very sick. I saw that some people have died. Some people, lost completely everything. And to me, at this point, I was thinking, I can die tomorrow and I'm doing this, the soul sucking job that I hate absolutely 100%. So that's why I said, okay, I want to do something creative.
I have a
So,
question. You did not die tomorrow. You actually lived today. I just had to, that's a statement. So you can
yeah,
continue.
yeah, sure, sure. Well, I mean that other people died that I knew, unfortunately, during COVID. So I'm alive, yes, but that's what changed my mindset, that I have to do something that I want to do. And for me, it was always the creative field because, like, movie, uh, such a movie junkie, to be honest. I love movies. I love TV series. I love characters. To me, it's everything. Like literally, it's everything. So that's why I said I have to change the way that I think, and I have to just do something that I want to do. So that's what happened.
And what is it that you actually did and how are you accomplishing that goal?
So I wrote a novel. It's ready. My editor said that it's great. It's gripping. It's fabulous. The next stage would be two things, perhaps getting myself out there, which I think is the right way. Maybe trying to query agents, but I'm not someone who just likes to sit around and wait. Um, because I do believe in visuals. I'm a very visual person. I started to get into music and just other, visual creative stuff. So that's basically what I'm doing right now.
Great, great. And what is your book called and how can the readers get to your book? Like, and what does it mean to you to have written that book?
Oh, it really meant a lot. It was really, hmm, uh, in many places, it was traumatizing because I went to the most dark places in my head that I just didn't want to relive, but I went there anyway. And in some ways, it was kind of therapeutic because I said, well, it happens. I kind of relived it again and I put it, behind me. But it also forced me to really get into my creativity because, before all of that, I was just trying to, I was trying to get the money. I was just trying to get a better life for myself. So,
Who wouldn't want a better life for themselves?
uh,
Who wouldn't?
yeah, yeah, I know. Like everybody says that, and I'm not here to judge anyone. I'm really not. But I think there's like, in my culture, we say there's a few types of people, the one who actually only talk and take no action, or the one who talks and takes action.
Mm-hmm.
That, yeah,
Well said.
yeah, that's what we say. So I was the one who's talking and, and taking the action because in the situation that I was at, I basically didn't have another choice. I had to take action.
What challenges have you taken to take action, and how do you overcome life's challenges daily?
That's a very good question, and I don't want to trigger anyone in here by saying something a bit too much, but I want to be honest.
You don't,
Um,
as long as you don't cuss, we're good. You can say as
okay,
much as you want.
okay. I have overcome the challenges. Honestly, just numbing my emotions down most of the times. Uh, just kind of thinking, this is not me. This is somebody else. I'm a new character. I'm gonna get through this no matter what. Um, I did drink quite a lot because when I was having extremely bad days, and I'm really not sometimes the person to go and talk to other people and say, I'm having this problem. So what happened is I would go and I would pull out, some tequila or some vodka or some Hennessy, and I would just kind of just go and like sip from the cup and say, yeah, this is happening. Whatever, I'm good. So this is
Does your culture enables drinking, like, or is it like a sociable type thing like America, or is it like a little bit more aggressive?
um it's I won't call it like aggressive or a cultural thing, but this is something I want everybody to know and to understand. Um, I mean, I think right now, like in my countries, I think the whole mental health issues. I think there is a way more understanding right now than it was before. And before, they would just say like, you know what, like, get over yourself. It's not that bad. Let's just brush it up on the side, like whatever. So it's like, yeah, maybe you want to talk or something like that, but you really don't have anyone else to go and talk to. And you can be one of those social drinkers, but honestly, I did that when I was a teenager. I was more of a social drinker. When I got older, I kind of started to drink by myself in peace because I was kind of drinking and I was kind of processing, the things that was going through my mind, and it was really a lot. So yeah, that's just one of the things.
How do you feel? Do you still drink? That's number one.
I still drink sometimes just to, like once a month, just to kind of like get out of my head because my head is a bit my head is a spiral and it's having like, a million thoughts a day. Even if I'm doing something creative, it's like so many ideas, and sometimes I just need to, to shut it off, honestly.
What ideas do you have?
Oh my
What
gosh,
goals do you have? What goals and ideas do you have?
uh I really want to give this story a proper home. I really want people to connect. I really want people to understand that sometimes, you get yourself in certain situations, but it's not your fault. It's not even your decision. And sometimes you just do what you have to do. You and I want people not to pity. I don't want people to pity the character. I just want people to have an understanding. That's all. But my goal for this novel, I want to make it into a book series because I can't possibly fit everything into one book. It's not possible.
How long did it take you to write the book?
Honestly, that took me a while because I started to have this idea. It was somewhere during COVID, but I don't remember exactly the year. Um, and the thing about it is that it took me. Oh my gosh, it took me definitely more than a few years to write this because I had no idea how to write a book. I didn't know how to write a book. I didn't know how to write characters. I didn't know how to structure a plot. I had no idea how to do all of the things. So I had to learn. I had to learn everything, and I had to learn a lot of laws that I never have learned before. I had to learn like the police laws and the criminology, and and all of that stuff. And I always had this a lot of love for folklore and mythology stuff. I'm a big fan of supernatural or Buffy. Like I love vampires.
Mhm.
So yeah, yeah, yeah. So that thing I was very familiar with, but the criminology stuff and the law stuff, that was something new to me. So that I really had to learn because I really wanted to be as real, as accurate as possible it could be. Because I don't want people to read it and say like, "Oh my God, like this is not possible." That just makes me like a bad writer, a bad storyteller.
So, what are you a self-publisher?
I am not. Well, I'm not. I see stuff like I see like self-publishing, like honestly, like one of the last steps. Um, it's not because I think there is something wrong with self-publishing. I don't think that. I just think when you self-publish, and this is coming from somebody who knows a thing or two about business in general, or just know how to make money. I think you need to have a very good plan. I think when you just go and you just kind of self publish out there and you don't have anything to back you up, you're just kind of throwing your work, into the ocean with thousand other, works out there. And who's going to know you? Who is going to pick up? Who is going to see this? So, you know, yeah, that's why I think self publishing is not bad, but you need to have a very good plan.
Do you know what Coursera is, and have you ever thought about going back to school for funding? I don't know if you can or not, but I just throwing it out there.
Yeah, I know about Coursera. I think it's a very good educational platform. I think I would like to go back to school definitely if I can let's say if I can like pay for it, then yeah, I would like to go back to school definitely.
Tell me about your immigrant status. Like, are you here for good? And when did you come here? What year did you come here? And how long did it take for you to have your status?
So here's the thing about it. I have my passport, I have my ID, and all of that stuff. So I'm past that. Like, thank God, I'm past that one. But the thing about it is that uh, like I didn't make the choice to come here. Like one of my parents. made the choice to come here, and I was, yeah, I didn't make the choice. I didn't make the choice. So I was brought in when I was a small child. I wasn't even like getting into those teenage years. It was somewhere before that. Um,
Do you feel like Bulgaria and United States have common investment with technology? Do you feel like Bulgaria is may not be as advanced as the United States, and do you feel like you like it here, and do you think that it's vast with good culture? How do you feel?
uh, I actually don't have a problem with I don't have a problem with the culture whatsoever. I think that the people can be, very friendly and very polite, and you have that in any country of the world. I think that United States of America definitely gives you way more opportunity in a lot of cases. I think especially when it comes to business and creativity. But that's just my take. I think it's really the place to be if you really want to make it or if you want to show yourself. So I think United States is the place to be, most definitely.
Where do you want to see yourself beyond the books? You write books, and then what else can you do to bring in residual income on your sideline time?
Yeah, like I said earlier, I'm really getting into music, so and I hope it will go I kind of hope it's go well. Um, I think
What genre?
um the genre is kind of it's kind of like all over the place because right now I'm almost finished. I created this theme song, and it goes along with the book. So
Now I gotta ask you. I
yeah,
have to ask you. You
sure.
must sing something. You
Oh
must sing
oh
something.
oh God, no. I mean,
You can't.
I could try, but I think that I would sing just
I
out of
think you will sing
nervous.
perfect.
I
I
think
think
I
you
I
got you
think
got a song or something. Do you have a snippet of your songs?
no, I don't have a snippet of my song. I really wish I could because I put the last couple of months just trying to figure out how to create a theme song, and a theme song it has no lyrics in them because it's a theme song. And I've been thinking about like I really want to make this cover, but
What would the team song be like? What is your
uh,
vision?
yeah, the theme song you have to think like aggressively classical music mixed up with something heavy like EMD or something like that. Yeah.
That is so cool.
Yeah.
Wow, mixing
Yeah.
that. Oh
Yeah.
my God.
Yeah, well, I had my inspirations. I'm sure everybody remembers, the Buffy theme song, and everybody remembers the Teen Wolf theme song, which I really love. Teen Wolf theme song. It was just magical because at that time, dubstep it was so in, and they just mixed it up, and it was like it was just magic, really.
Adding Mozart to or any orchestra music,
Yeah, and it's just
it's just
classical. I
yeah,
think it's a very interesting thing to do.
it is. And do you speak two languages or one?
Honestly, I speak three languages, but
Oh,
but I only put English in there because I mean, oh my gosh, I was only kind of interested of doing more, English team like kind of podcasts and interviews because I had no idea who was on there. And honestly, when I entered, I didn't know that I'm gonna start to get booked kind of fast, and I don't wanna, I don't wanna sound like I'm overconfident or cocky. Absolutely not. When I entered, I had no hope that I was kind of going to get booked, but when I entered and I was starting to get booked, I was like, huh? I was just like, huh? That's but strange, but in a good way.
I have a couple more questions for you. We
Sure,
got like 10 minutes.
sure.
How has dark fiction changed your mindset? Do you feel like, you get you're like a medium that can get a vision and create dark fiction?
Yeah, dark fiction to me, it's just that, yeah, everything is dark. Like everything is dark, but I find beauty in the darkness, if that makes
Yeah.
any sense to anyone.
Yes.
I think that darkness has a lot of shine and has a lot of different mirror and shimmers, and a lot of people don't think that way, but I do. And for the dark fiction stuff, there are so many things that happen in my life that for me it's very easy to call it dark fiction. It really is.
What day did you say to yourself that you wanted to be a dark fiction storyteller? Did you just get a vision? How did that work?
Oh, I think I'm gonna sound a little bit crazy if I say this, but it's okay. I will sound crazy. Um, I always I always, yeah, I always had this kind of stories in my head, and like I said, I'm a very strange visual person. Like I would look at a movie, and let's say this is like a Tarantino movie because I love Quentin Tarantino, and I'm looking at Kill Bill, and everybody's like, yeah, yeah, this is so great, and I'm just looking like guys, do you not see like he's shooting from this angle and the coloring and and the music and the sound, and so that's how I see and imagine things in my head when I'm creating a scene. Before I write, I actually see like a small movie in my head.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's how I see it. uh, but sometimes sometimes I do have strange dreams. I don't know why. And sometimes they are very helpful. So
Do
yeah.
you feel like you have visions?
Um, I I don't really.
Visions of other, because when you dream, some people say you can go to different realms or something, You're dreaming about something. Put it to you like this. You're dreaming about something that has happened, because you
Uh,
created it. And so you jot it
yeah,
on paper.
yeah, yeah. I must say, I sometimes get this very weird dreams, and I feel like I'm literally inside. Like I understand it's me, and I'm inside this other body of me because
Yeah.
I see everything through the eyes. And I've seen a lot of crazy stuff kind of happen to me. A lot of bloody stuff kind of happened, and I was really kind of looking, like from the third perspective.
Hmm.
I was like, okay, this is kind of strange, but I accepted it, and it's really great for writing because you just cannot make this stuff up.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And that's a good thing that, even though something bad happened and you're creating it from a third party perspective, that's a good thing that you're telling your story. So this book is about that, right?
Yeah, this book is very like blended, I would say very blended genres because it has that criminology part, it has that mystery part, it has that mythology part. It has a lot of personal struggles that I really think people are going to relate. Um, it has the it. It's very sarcastic because my character, she's very sarcastic and she just has a mouthpiece and she just says whatever she thinks she wants to say. So
Is that your character? That's who you are?
I base this character. I base this character a lot from me. Like I would say like 70% from me. So and but I do hope that I think she's not the hero because
I
she
don't
never
see
tried
that
to be
from
the
you.
hero.
I don't
Well,
see that from you.
well,
I
because
see a kind, polite
I,
woman.
I am I am a very kind person, but I think I naturally I have like this duality, because I lived like so many crazy lives, like not even one. Like I'm a cat. Like I had like nine, crazy lives, and I'm still here. So I've seen a lot of very bad things. I've seen a lot of strange and bad people, a lot of bad situations that you really, it's if I can tell you like how bad it is, just think of it like you don't know where you're going to end up tomorrow. You don't know what you're going to eat. You don't know where you're going to sleep. You don't know any of those things. And stability was not a thing. So I am very like nice and polite, but that's just one side. But if you come to me from another side, it's like don't do that. Unless you want that I don't just like rip you up apart. That's if that's what you want, then that's totally fine. Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
Understood. Respect.
Yeah. Yeah.
You said you don't know where you're going to eat, sleep, I can relate to that, and I understand where anybody that comes to any woman the wrong way, a woman is going to defend her space and she has the right to do that.
Yeah. Yeah, I think that as well. And I think just for women in general, like in the world that we're living in right now, like yes, it's 2025. Yes, this is the 21st century, but the harassment, the rapes and all of that, it's it's still happening on the daily basis. And I just think about it like every single day, like, oh my gosh, this is this is so bad. Why is like nobody doing or doing something about this? How can we stop this? Because this is not normal.
I want to thank you so much because we're out of time for being on, and well
Sure.
said, by the way, and thank you for being on my show. Can you tell the audience how to reach you?
How to reach me? Sure. You can just find me on Instagram, TikTok, Facebook, Threads. Yeah, that's pretty much. Oh, and YouTube. I'm on YouTube as well. And no need for a special something. If you just put my name, you will find me. Most definitely.
Okay, and what one last question. What do you do
Sure.
on YouTube? Do you do any podcasting or videos?
Um. Uh. I'm doing this kind of this sarcastic like lip syncs and monologues right now. Yeah.
I
Yeah.
like making you laugh.
Yeah. I really like Salem the cat, like from Sabrina the Teenage Witch. Like I use a lot of the cat's dialogues right now, and I just go in front of the camera and I lip sync and I say like, okay, like this is good.
That's
Yeah,
talented. Yeah. And,
it's
and and one last time, can you tell me the name of your hashtag
the name of my hashtag.
or the
You mean
name of your page, your YouTube page?
YouTube page? It's uh at Eva A Morningstar. Yeah, that's it. It's everywhere. It's everywhere. Just my name. Somewhere it would say maybe Morningstar official, but just usually it's. Trust me, you can't miss it. I even checked. I even checked like when I because I'm like in the middle of putting my website together. And right now, and I even checked, and like no, like nobody has this name and this last name. I mean, as a combination. So
Cool. Yeah,
yeah,
and you have a unique and Morningstar. Wow, that's a beautiful Eva A Morningstar. That's a beautiful name. Now that I'm
thank
studying
you.
it, you know,
Yeah,
it was just a name, you know, a guest name, but now it's like more than that. It's like Eva A Morningstar. Morningstar, you have the name of a star, a morning and star. That is so cool. And
I'm
Eva, like Adam and Eve.
I'm so. You know what? I'm so glad you didn't say something like that. That it's like the devil's last name. I'm so glad you didn't say that
I
because
wasn't thinking like that.
because a lot of people would say, especially after if anyone saw the show Lucifer, he was Lucifer Morningstar.
Wow.
Yeah, yeah,
Yeah,
yeah. They would say, "Oh, you took the devil's last name." Like, oh, you're so bad.
it wasn't even out then. You know, I can see if your mother watched the show and they said, I'm gonna name her Morning Star. Or that's the last name. Let me date someone. It makes no sense. It makes
No,
no sense.
it makes no sense. But honestly, the first name it's my real name, but the last name it's a pen name. I'm going to be honest. My mother did not name me Morningstar, but after a long thinking, and I'm a weird person. Like I'm into astrology and numerology and all that stuff.
So
And
you're studying the stars basically.
yeah, I try to study the stars and I try to pick up on the numerology stuff. And morning star is actually really just goes well with my sign and all of that stuff. And I said, okay, I'm just gonna trust the stars and let it be.
Well said. Thank you guys. Thank you, Eva. So
Welcome.
hold on the line.
Sure.
Thank you guys for joining my show today. You take care, be safe, and I'll see y'all guys later. Bye.
Never waste my time. You all I want.